Hi, I'm Joe Ross for CNR News. We are broadcasting live in Muskingum County here in Zanesville, Ohio. On today's show, we're going to be talking about clean burning vehicles that are actually going to be running on fuel from the local area. We're also going to be talking about the local economy and jobs that are going to be available. On our show today is Sheriff Matt Lutz of Muskingum County. We have Molly Crooks from Muskingum County Commissioner, a brand new commissioner, by the way. But kicking off the show first is going to be Frank Edwards, the president of the Ohio Gas Association. Frank, tell us about these propane-fueled vehicles. Now, Muskingum County happens to have one. Some of their police cruisers are being converted. What exactly? I mean, are they technologically tricky to work with, or are they simple to work with? Like, for instance, how does a guy or a gal go and fuel one of these up?
Well, it's extremely easy to fuel one of these. They're just like it's a natural vehicle that runs on gasoline or diesel. And let's head to the back here, and I'll show you. There's nothing at all different from this. My daughter is 16 years old, comes up, pops it open, attaches it just like you would gasoline, fills it, and it's done.
Okay, you don't need a special hazmat suit or anything.
No special tools, no hazmat suit, just stand it like you would any other time.
Okay, now if when the sheriffs and police and other municipal officials, as well as fleet vehicles, when they use these vehicles, I mean, what are they going to notice in the operation, like when they start them up?
Oh, it's absolutely the same. If you know how to get into a vehicle and turn the key, you start this vehicle up. Everything's the same. It's identical. It's very easy to use.
And the operator won't notice anything different?
Not at all.
Okay, as far as the engine in one of these things, what is that conversion like? I mean, is it a completely brand new engine, or is it just what is it? Is it a conversion?
It's basically a conversion that's added to the vehicle, and then once you have that conversion on there, the vehicle operates the same. The propane acts as a very high-octane fuel. It acts absolutely the same as any gasoline and diesel, and it's a homegrown fuel that's domestic, which provides jobs for the area.
Well, that is fantastic. Frank, thank you so much for coming down today. Our next guest is, I got to take a look here. Our next guest is Sheriff Lutz. I got my order screwed up a little bit. Sheriff, sorry about that.
No problem.
Sheriff, why did you decide to have the county switch to propane?
Yeah, I got a good friend that works at the Energy Cooperative here in Zanesville, Ohio, and we had some conversations about it, and he kind of influenced me to give it a try. And we did 2 cars to start with, and for us it was pretty simple. We did not lack anything in the performance of the car, but yet we were paying a lot less dollars for propane.
So the propane fuel is cheaper than the other fuels.
Oh yeah, a lot cheaper,
Oh, that's fantastic. So you're saving taxpayers money.
Yeah, so it was a cost to get started for the conversion, but we feel over the time and duration of this, we'll save a lot of money in fuel costs.
Oh, that is fantastic. And I've also heard it's clean burning.
Yeah, anytime you can go green, so to speak, and make it cleaner for your community, we feel that's a plus. The other thing about that is, too, we think these engines will last longer, and so when we get done with the primary responsibility of this car, we'll possibly be able to use it for some secondary options.
That is a great idea. So to reusing resources, that's awesome.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
talk about this fantastic parade. I know you've been a big part of it. Is it getting bigger every year and better?
Yeah, it's it's always a great parade. It's one of the best in the area. It's the longest parade in the area, and it's always right there around Christmas time, and getting ready for around Thanksgiving to kick off the Christmas season.
You know, Sheriff, let me tell you, I know you're shutting down a major highway to make this parade happen. It takes more than just one law enforcement group, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. This parade actually kicks off in the village of South Zanesville. They're a very small department. So we have the Zanesville Police Department, we have people down here from my office, and then the State Patrol. We all 4 work together to kick the parade off, not to mention our volunteer fire departments that help out a bunch too.
Well, it's really cool to see a county, law enforcement and the police departments and the fire departments all working together to make this really a community institution. That is fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great parade. It's a great kickoff for that holiday season, and we're always glad to be part of it.
Sheriff, thank you again. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Our next guest is Molly Crooks. She is a newly minted Muskingum County Commissioner. Molly, you've got some exciting news about a new industry that may be growing again here in the region. What is that?
Well, that's the oil and gas play. And a couple of years ago, it was really on a boom and an upswing. Lots of new wells being spec'd out.
Molly, we got to step back. We got to let Santa Claus through. Live on TV, we're catching the first sighting of Santa Claus. All right, now, Santa, it's a live show, so let's step it up. Let's get going. Thank you. Get out of my shot, Santa. It's my show. That was great. That was great.
Staged by Santa.
Hey, you got to let him through.
That's right.
So tell us about this opportunity of this new growth industry.
Well, the industry kind of hit a peak a couple of years ago and took a little step back, but we are up and going again. We've been able to recruit Halliburton in our area that's doubled their sales or their employee force. There's also a local producers that's also doubled their force. So there's a lot happening in our little Appalachian county, and we're really happy about that.
It's really cool to see that the energy being taken out of the ground is going to be used in local vehicles. So it truly is a local green energy that's going to be used here. Plus, it sounds like it's going to be, you folks are going to be growing some jobs.
We have been growing some jobs, and what happens is you have larger companies like that, and those spark smaller companies. So you may have some companies with smaller amounts of jobs, but those are good paying jobs. They have good benefits. They give a good quality of life.
Molly, thanks so much for giving us that great news. I thank you. I appreciate you all tuning in today. There's some great news going on in Muskingum County. And if you want to get some more information about propane-fueled vehicles, go to ohioautogas.com and learn more about that. Or go to the local Chamber of Commerce website, and you can find out about this new growth industry and where the jobs are going to be. On behalf of the CNR News crew, I'm Joe Ross. Thank you for joining us.